Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Carlos Soler, has an interesting history, having began his career as a striker. You still see that unique instinct, even now when playing in a more withdrawn role. I think it's actually helping him, especially when he makes a run for the ball.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Ramiro claims comfortably. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Threads one in, Elustondo cuts it out. And here's Mudryk. It's come to nothing. Sucic. Mendes. And here's the chance to counter. Sadiq. Mendes knocks it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Mendes. And it's Sucic. Mendes. Now it's Kubo. Mendes. Kubo. Fernandez gets it away. Ambitious ball here. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Pedro Neto. Dink through. He's in a great position here. Mudryk! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. So what can they make of this? And here's Mudryk. Shot, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Kubo. Now it's Mudryk. Pedro Neto is onto this. Munoz. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Sucic. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, look at the space. Oh, shooting chance! Lavia attempts a clearance.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Sadiq. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Fernandez. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Garnacho. Carlos Soler.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Fofana clears.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, no joy this time. Zubeldia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Neto. Now it's Mudryk. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's put paid to a promising move. It's a pretty loose pass. Mendes. Munoz. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's on it, can he get away? Can he finish? It's run loose, who's going to get there? Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. Mudryk. Carlos Soler. Taken back almost at once. Knocks and a chance! Goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Oh. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Colwell with the clearance. Aramburu. Now Mendes. Sadiq. No, again there's no way through. And he's gone looking for safety. Munoz.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, played right into his path. Aramburu. And it's Kubo. And it's Mendes. Now it's Kubo. Now it's Mendes. Kubo has it out wide and in space. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Gonzalo Guedes. Oh, that's superb. Kubo. He's having a shot! Munoz. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played into space. Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get rid. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Pedro Neto. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Quality ball. Not the most accurate pass. Looking to play him in. Pedro Neto gets into a good position. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Tries to play it through. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's with the keeper. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Can he get it through? Punch shapes to shoot! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific. Up he goes! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Oyarzabal. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Sanchez is there to clear. Can he get on the end of this? Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Pass just lacking in accuracy.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now, can they get him away? Picked out brilliantly. That is a crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's tried one! What a hit, the save was firm. Carlos Soler. Great vision. Over to the left. Ball's out once more. It's gone for a throw-in. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's heaved it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Carlos Soler. Played out to the left flank. Swings in across. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-calibre meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Aramburu. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Mudryk.
That looks a good ball through. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, the pace and dynamism that this fella, Alejandro Garnacho, brings, I think, will always carry some menace. He's capable of coming up with a goal of the season. He's got that in his locker. But I kind of enjoy the little selfishness he's brought to his game. Maybe one or two of his teammates get a bit frustrated at times, but I like the fact that he's willing to go it alone at times and he backs himself. That's great.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Kubo. Now it's Sadiq.
Over to the left. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Showing good feet. Elects to cross. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Fofana promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Pedro Neto.
Well read, nice interception. That's good running with the ball.
Carlos Soler.
This is promising.
Now it's Sadiq. Sadiq!
Just off target.
Now it's Sadiq. Carlos Soler.
Oh, well played. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
And it's Kubo. Mendes.
Mendes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Carlos Soler.
Now it's Gonzalo Guedes.
Shoots!
Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Carlos Soler. Mendes. That's an imaginative pass.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nicked it back promptly.
Carlos Soler.
It's a searching pass. Oh, super find.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Aimed beyond the defence.
Good ball, good take. Here's found the... and the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Garnacho clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Munoz.
He's got away. Caicedo takes control of it, and he shoots! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
The major moment in the game.
Never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Chelsea have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And that has been knocked clear. Aramburu. Mendes. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Soler. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that has put paid to that.
And he thumps it clear.
And we hit half-time.
A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's another good win of the ball. Tries to play it through.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
A heavy challenge.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Gusto.
He's onside.
Can he finish?
Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Mudryk.
Carlos Soler.
Now Mendes. Now it's Kubo. Mendes. He's in a great position here. Ambitious ball here. That has been cut short. Mendes. No, it's come to nothing.
Just about up to the hour now.
Now it's Sadiq. Now it's Mendes. Kubo has it out wide and in space. Mendes.
Now this could be
Goes for a shot!
Now who's going to be first to this?
Oh, what has happened here?
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14 será reemplazado
And he's managed to gift it back.
el dorsal 10. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Great vision. And he was quick to react. Aramburu.
That'll be a throw.
Well, that has not gone well. And it's Palmer. Knocks it into space. Mendes. Now it's Sadiq.
Chance! He scored! Back to within one. Interesting.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oyarzabal finds himself offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Foot in.
Mendes.
Pedro Neto.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Can he get it through? Lovely pass.
Tries a shot! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
This has become one superb game of football.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's in on goal.
Can he get on the...
Big chance! He's got a goal! And they get themselves in front!
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Chelsea get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Zaharian.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Now it's Carlos Soler.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Carlos Soler.
Zakarian.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Referee's given a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Zaharian.
Mikel Oyarzabal.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Zaharian. Here's Oyarzabal.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is Garnacho!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Can he get on the end of this?
Carlos Soler. Over to the left.
It's a promising position. Sadiq.
Tries a shot! It's there!
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Some great movement here and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Chelsea are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now that looks a decent ball. Baranachea in acres of space out wide.
And the shot!
And we have our very first corner. And it's Aramburu. Sucic! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Can he get onto this?
It's out for a goal kick.
Fernandez is there and he can pick it up. Mudryk. Elustondo gets it away. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Neto. Mudryk and the shot! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Chelsea grab the equaliser. Shoots!
It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Aramburu. Midway through the first period and it's looking quite a game here. Goes for a shot!
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
They get a throw in. He has found a way through. Deftly away. Now he's off and running. Munoz. Carlos Soler. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Fofana gets it away. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Sadiq. Hato gets across to intercept that. And he can clear it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Carlos Soler. Oh, that was vital. And he thumps it clear.
Zubeldia. And Sucic. Mendes.
It's a searching pass.
Zubeldia.
Makes the interception. Now it's Sadiq. Now it's Mendes. Kubo.
And that has been clubbed away.
Good ball, good take. Sucic. Colwell with the clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Aramburu. Sucic. And it's Sucic. And it's Kubo.
Deep cross. And the keeper beats it away.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Sadiq.
And they've got rid.
Now he's got space here.
Oh, that's clever.
And that has been knocked clear. Pass somewhat off target.
And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
This is the time you need that pace.
Sucic. That has not gone well. Caicedo. Mudryk. Now it's Pedro Neto. Mendes. Looking for the run.
That looks a cracking ball.
Now it's Sadiq. Picked out brilliantly. Back when it goes. Takes a shot! Decent enough try.
Carlos Soler is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Mudryk. And it's Mendes. And it's made its way to him. This looks promising. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pinches it off him. Can he get it through? Mudryk is a big chance! Now, it's fallen kindly here.
A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Hato gathers from the goal kick. Now it's João Pedro. Mudryk receives it in a good position here.
Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have... He's through and all alone!
And he shoots! Now, can they... He's had a shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Pete.
Judge, surely! He has done it! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Oyarzabal gets into a good position. Half an hour gone in the second half. Oyarzabal.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. Palmer with a real chance here. Palmer! Decent hit from there. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. A lot of space ahead. Decent chance! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Threads one in. That is ended up in no man's land. Hato. And the ball's come loose here. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
João Pedro.
He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. 5 minutes to add. João Pedro. Nicely shaped ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as neutrals. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Mudryk. Carlos Soler. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Now it's Sadiq. Mendes. Gonzalo Guedes. Now it's Carlos Soler. Carlos Soler. Well read. And the danger is averted. Deftly away. And it's Soler. Look at the space here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Sadiq. Nicely spread. And now they can clear their lines.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respect.
Mudryk! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Mendes. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Alejandro Garnacho, will inject a nice thrust into this team, as well as an element of unpredictability. You never quite know whether he's going to cut inside or whether he's going to look to hit the byline. And he can be a real threat. But what I really like about him is that he always comes back for more. He has the appetite to keep at it, and I like that.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Carlos Soler. Now it's Mendes. Kubo. Knocks it into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Threads one in. Colwill is there, and he can get that clear. Half an hour played now. Searching passes played there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Brilliantly cut out. Sucic. This looks promising. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Munoz. And Sucic. And it's Soler. Can he get on the end of this? That's really well cleared. Mendes. Carlos Soler. Can he get it through? And he can clear it away. Nicked it back promptly.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Good ball, good take.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to pass it through. Garnacho. Mendes. Nicely weighted ball. And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Munoz takes control of it and he's on the move. And he welcomes it in. And he thumps it clear. Sucic. Nicely shaped ball. Well, played right into his path. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Colwell cuts out the pass. Pedro Neto. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cross goes in there. Elustondo deals with that comfortably. Just about up to the hour now. And it's Mendes. Played out towards the right wing. Hato with the clearance. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Cleared without hesitation. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's picked it up out wide, and he's managed to get free. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, that's called taking one for your team, because a one-on-one situation was about to develop. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Colwell is there to clear. Now, can they get him away? Now, this could be a chance. And he was alert to it. Can he finish? It's in! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Chelsea have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Chance for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Mendes. Palmer. Well read, nice interception.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Liam to lap. Mendes. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And it's made its way to him. That is a brilliant interception. And that has been clubbed away. And he's found a way past. Plenty to aim at. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post.
He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's got away.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Now he's got space here. Spread neatly.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
Carlos Soler. Tries to play it through. Sergio Gomez. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Carlos Soler.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Now it's Carlos Soler. Sadiq. Carlos Soler.
Can he get it through? Shot could... And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Carlos Soler, has an interesting history, having began his career as a striker. You still see that unique instinct, even now when playing in a more withdrawn role. I think it's actually helping him, especially when he makes a run for the ball.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
And he was quick to react. And that's really well manoeuvred. Zubeldia cuts it out. And here's Kubo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Deftly away. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. And now they can clear their lines. Garnacho. That's a cute ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Mudryk! Still goalless at the moment. Gonzalo Guedes. Munoz. Threads one in. Looking to play him in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Mendes. Mendes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well played, well played. And he's quick to get it clear again. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Carlos Soler. And Sucic. Nicely aimed pass. And he's being shifted off it. Pedro Neto. Could move up a gear here. Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. Zubeldia. And it's Soler. Now it's Sadiq. Now it's Mendes. Nice looking ball. And the through ball. Sanchez gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Mendes. Now it's Sadiq, played out to the left flank. Gusto makes the interception. Gonzalo Guedes with the cross. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Pass somewhat off target. Odriozola. Sucic. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Sadiq. Plenty. Can he finish? Goal! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Out to the left it goes. Gusto getting this one clear. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Mendes. Sucic. Sadiq. Takes the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Dink through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Neto. And the shot! Mendes. Sucic. And the pass is intercepted. Fernandes. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Mudryk. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Great vision. Sucic. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's a good ball. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Fernandes, and he's going direct. Decent hit from there.
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Chance! Out of play for a goal kick. And it's Caicedo. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Gonzalo Guedes gets into a good position. And that has been cleared. Liam Delap. Caicedo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, he's found support out wide. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. 75 minutes played. Gonzalo Guedes receives it in a wide position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Elustombo. Oyarzabal. Oh, super ball! And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lavia gets it clear. Sucic. Now it's Sadiq. Carlos Soler. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Could be danger here. The final 5 minutes. Very much into the last knockings.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Back into the middle. And he's cut it out. Elustombo. Now it's Oyarzabal. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 15, el dorsal 11. Serán
And he's picked it up out wide.
El dorsal 7.
In by Oyarzabal.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he welcomes it in.
That's the keeper's ball. And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
En el marcador se puede ver información sobre los autobuses que nuestra ciudad pone a disposición de los espectadores para sus desplazamientos hacia y desde el estadio.